Hello enchanted ones, and welcome back. Today join me for a cosy autumnal evening full of magic, enchantment and the coziest little moments. I hope you enjoy, so sit back, relax and step into the enchanted woods with me. Hello enchanted one, and welcome. So you've joined me today in the Fairy Burrows, and you've joined me here once before, and since then I have named this place. It is a place that was full of these mysterious mounds. I called it the Fairy Burrows as the mounds reminded me of fairy homes. I've had such a busy day, but I'm really excited to spend some time with you this evening and just kind of relax, unwind, and it's all of course starting with a walk in the woods in autumn. But today my walk has a very special purpose. I am trying to find the mushroom called Amanita muscari, or fly agaric, or called the mushroom emoji. It's a beautiful red and white toadstool that is not edible. It's actually very poisonous. The folklore behind these toadstools and the way they look just screams a fairy tale. Every year I'm just so excited to get into the woods and find them. I've actually already started making my dinner, so I'm out here whilst it's cooking, but don't worry, someone's at home. I am making tonight a pumpkin pie, a savoury pumpkin pie. Instead of buying pumpkin puree, what I do is I make it with a pumpkin, and it's so easy to do. All you need to do is cut a pumpkin in half, scoop the seeds out inside, and then place it onto a baking tray that's drizzled with oil, and then place it into an oven at 200 degrees centigrade for an hour. So I have an hour until it's ready, until I have to start making the dinner, and I'm so excited. I haven't seen any yet, and I'm really worried there's not going to be any, so let's begin. What I love most about a toadstool walk is the ability to be focused and using my senses to guide me at all times. I don't believe this. I've already found one. Can you see it? Oh my word. Oh my gosh, it's perfect. I just often wonder where that pigment, how does that pigment get like that? I have to research that. It's almost a metallic red. Oh, and there's one over there. It's just coming through the soil now. It's a little baby. And actually just across the path from here is this little angel too, and I think this is going to be one, but its pigment isn't just completely set in yet. But so that's it in the making there, and then that one up there, that one is more grown up. But I can't wait to have this path completely outlined in them. My gosh, it's going to look so sweet. Wow, I've never seen this before. A green mushroom. Just in case you didn't know, these mushrooms, they come from silver birches. So if you're ever on the hunt for them, find a silver birch paradise, and I'm sure you will find some. Oh my. These ones are so vibrant. I wonder why. I mean, maybe they came directly from the source. So this one has an open cap. That's what the other ones are going to look like when they're a little bit older. Just the way that's just surrounded by moss. It's just... Sorry guys, but I just cannot withhold my excitement right now. Look at the size of this thing. Look at it in comparison to my hand. It is massive. Oh my goodness, and it's 2 little companions behind there. This must be the biggest one I've ever seen in my life. Oh my word. Wow, and it looks like it's got a little teeth there too. Well. Just found a few peeking their way behind this silver birch. A bit more orangey colour those ones are. I then went deep into the fairy burrows where I was completely taken off guard. I'm containing myself here. I found an abundance of them, and it felt like the toadstools were playing a game of hide and seek with me, and it was so rewarding and magical when I found each one. I wish toadstools could last forever and all year round, but their short season is truly the beauty of them and makes me appreciate them so much more. It was a walk to remember forever. I think it's safe to say that this walk was a success. I think that this is the best it's ever been in the woods ever for these mushrooms, and I can't get enough of them. I mean, it's enough that the woods has just kind of had a scattering of yellow leaves, but to find so many beautiful toadstools, I'm overwhelmed. But my pumpkin in the oven is getting burnt, so it's time to journey back to the cabin in the woods, my loves. Once I was home, I quickly changed into an enchanting, cozy outfit. And around this time, Charlie is always patiently sitting at the door, which he uses instead of his cat flap most of the time, ready for his dinner, and he always loves to be stroked before he eats anything. And it was time to finish making the pumpkin pie. But of course, I needed to make my kitchen extra atmospheric first. The other ingredients I needed for the pie was a red onion, so I cut it into strips, and 2 cloves of garlic, which I crushed, and thyme. Once the pumpkin was ready, I got it out of the oven and scooped out the insides, which by now was so easy to do so. I scooped it into a frying pan and fried this for a minute or 2 before adding the accompanying ingredients. I stirred them all together, and at this point it started to smell delicious. Whilst they slowly cooked, I got the pie ready. I placed shortcrust pastry into a pie dish, making sure there were no holes, and then it was ready for the filling. I smoothed it around with a spoon until it was nice and flat, and then sprinkled over some feta cheese. You could always use thyme instead at this point. And it was in the oven it went for half an hour, so I got ready a few other vegetables to go alongside it. I love that time when the dinner is in the oven and there is just a cozy feeling in the air, when I can potter around, set the table, and in autumn create an atmosphere. Tonight, all the candles were lit and some background autumn ambience was put on. By this point, it was getting darker outside, and it was that midpoint where it was neither light or dark. And there's something about this time of day that's extra comforting, especially since it also started to rain. I had around 15 minutes left before the timer went off, so I sat at the piano and tinkered around a little, experimenting with the new piece that started to come to me, one I have since named Hide and Seek. It was inspired by the toadstools in the woods. But it wasn't too long until everything was ready. Dinner's ready. On the table. Oh my gosh, it's so moist. Wow. I have to say that the pie was delicious and so easy to make. I'm always looking for more savoury options in autumn, as I am a savoury girl opposed to sweet, so I highly recommend it. We then dealt with the aftermath of the dinner, and I still can't get enough of washing up in the kitchen with the fairy lights on. I just feel so glamorous. Hello, Charlie. Why? Is there something you want? Oh. Afterwards, it was time to make a warm drink, and it is something you may have seen me make a lot of times before. Simple and cozy mulled grape juice. I usually place cinnamon, cloves and star anise in this, but tonight I just felt like cinnamon. Okay, the lights are going off. Cosy. I have just made a cup of mulled grape juice, which is so great for the winter months and the autumn months because it's just so warming, it's non-alcoholic, and it just tastes beautiful. Now the lights have all gone off, I'm downstairs alone, and I'm really looking forward to just spending some time with me and spending some time with my hobbies and skills, which I love to do during these darker months. I always try and pick up a new hobby, but also I have been making a conscious effort to stay off my phone because there's something nostalgic for me about an evening without technology. It reminds me of my childhood, but I want that to be not nostalgic. I want that to be today, So I've been investing in new hobbies for myself. One of them, actually the only one, what am I talking about? The only hobby I've invested in is starting to play a new instrument, which is the flute. I picked up the flute when I was really young in primary school, and it just wasn't for me then. So then I decided to play piano for like 20 years. Believe me, after 20 years of playing the piano and then playing the flute, you'll realise how difficult the piano is and how easy the flute is. So I'm going to have a lovely practice of that, and let's see if you can tell me what songs I have learnt. It's just so meditative, playing an instrument that uses the breath and controlled breath. I feel like I'm in a state of meditation right now. No! Finally. Come on then. Yes.
Well, you have to stay in now.
You have to stay in now. Yes, you do. Next, I thought I'd spend some time at my altar, and recently on my walks I have been collecting leaves, which I have been pressing, some to preserve their autumnal colours, but also some to make it easier for them to stamp their prints. And tonight I was to do a little ritual in honour of these leaves, using their energy but also some art magic. I first mixed some of my favourite autumnal colours together. Generally, deeper tones, especially the ones in autumn, are tones that vibrate on the frequency of release and letting go. So I painted each leaf and printed them onto my piece of paper, leaving their wonderful prints. Oh.
Time, you naughty leaf.
Oh. Let's put a little bit in. There we go. Perfect. This oak leaf is from the portal to the Enchanted Woods, a tree that is so meaningful to me. I wrote upon this leaf what I wanted to shed this autumn, things that no longer served me, and I really visualised each of these ideas coming out of my life when I was writing them down. I placed this leaf upon the bed of printed leaves, ready to release its energy into the air of my home. This is a perfect little ritual to do during and around Samhain. Being so inspired by the toadstools, I then decided to paint them from memory and all of the different types of shapes I saw today within the woods. I'm fascinated by these toadstools, and I visualise fairies living beneath them, using them as an umbrella when the temperature gets cooler. The growing of toadstools and their underground networks are simply amazing. The roots of the fly agaric transfer nutrients to nearby trees, and I believe that this is the fairies and nature's last way of harnessing the power of the soil and its nutrients before the winter months to give the trees the best hibernation yet. So, if you ever want to place a wish upon a toadstool, its energy will grow bigger and stronger inside the trees until the new leaves burst in spring next year. As no technology is allowed, even when I want to look up a spelling, I will look in a book, and there is something about researching something this way that helps me remember it more and appreciate it so much more too. After I had finished both pictures, I placed them upon the wall. And now, as it was getting later, it was time to retire to upstairs.
Charlie, my boy, I'm sorry you can't go well. You can't.
Good boy! Yeah. Come on then.
Where's he going? The shadow. Oh, is that tea light? Is that tea light? What?
What are you two coming up to? Come on then. I don't use a normal light in the bathroom to get ready. I use this cat night light. I used this first due to the lack of blinds in the bathroom, but now I have grown to love it as the light gives off such a cosy ambiance, and I've grown to dislike overhead lighting, especially before bed. My night routine is the simplest yet. Wash my face with water using a cloth, and then brush my teeth. But it's what comes after this that is ingrained into my bones now, forever. I think out of all the rituals that I do in my life, my bedtime one is the most fixed and the most one I look forward to the most. It's just such a relaxing time. I'm always the person to go to bed first, if I'm honest. I mean, I do break the technology rule, guys, especially in autumn because there's so many amazing programs, and at the moment I've been watching Gilmore Girls. How have I not watched that program before? Honestly, like, it's just autumn in a nutshell, basically. But also The Good Witch is a really good program. Sabrina the Teenage Witch is a good program. I have to have an ambient feel before I go to bed in my room, and I have to just do certain things. Otherwise, I just don't feel relaxed. I've got my self-care box, which is now, as you can see, a pumpkin. And I like to go through that, and I've told you in another video that I've got lots of different things in there to help me if I'm not feeling good, or just things that I need to do every day, like moisturize or put lip balm on my lips. Simple things like that I kind of forget about. But also I have taken upon myself to start journaling, as I am changing my coping mechanisms that I've had for a long time now. So journaling is something that I found has really helped just get it all out in a healthy way. To be honest, I'm not really reading anything at the moment, and I haven't really done for a while, but we were clearing out my grandma's house and I found a copy of The Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady, and it's a really old edition of it, and I've wanted this book for so long. I cannot believe I found it. Just reading it makes my heart so full because you don't have to sit there for hours. There's lots of pictures, there's lots of little sweet poems and things like that in there and information, and I would highly recommend that book. You would think that I already would have owned that book, but I actually don't. I also do a meditation in the evenings. That is something I have always done, whether it be through ASMR or just a guided meditation. At the moment I've been doing hypnotherapy, so I have a meditation from the session that I've done which I listen to in the evening. I think that is it. I just love to surround myself with self-care and love and ambience, and I find I fall asleep like that mostly. But enchanted ones, thank you so much for joining me on this adventure today. I've had so much fun, and I honestly feel like we're on a sleepover right now. I don't know about you guys, but it feels like we're on a sleepover. Everything from the mushrooms in the woods, the pumpkin pie. Gosh, that feels like absolutely ages ago now. Just the little hobbies that we've been doing together, and this, and yeah, it's been such a cozy evening. So enchanted ones, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful evening, have a wonderful sleep, wherever you are. All my love, Alwyn. Night night. So you've joined me today in, where am I again? Shelly.
Enjoy your dim-dims. Oh.
Yes? You on camera?
You not happy? What is it? You want some more strokes? Oh, you want some more strokes? You sweetie. You're beautiful. There we go. Do you want some more? Okay. Oh, beautiful. There you go. Is that nice? Is that enough? No? You want some more? Oh. You're beautiful, you know that. My little boy. Yes. Beautiful boy. Yes, you are. Oh, by the way, I was wondering if you can do the washing up because I've got to do some filming.